The irony was that the man at Equity that was in charge of the Australian Equity played the part himself.
You're joking.
He was an actor.
This is very unfair. We Americans open our doors for everyone.
Well, we take
open our doors for everyone but our people. We don't stay and support our own people, and they're very tired of that.
Well, they did try to fight it now for Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
But the gal in it was so wonderful. Sometimes I think you should make an exception.
I love this. Sometimes, yes. But this, I love this.
That Eileen Heckert.
Oh,
tell me about this.
This is the last. Audrey. Yes, this was the very last special that we did together. It was from the Resorts International in Atlantic City, and we also did the same show in the nightclub for a week, and you could not get near the place. It was sold out completely. Sensational. And it was a tremendous hit. But Eileen Eckert, I'll never forget, because Jackie, as Honey will bear me out, hated to rehearse. I mean, he would come to rehearsal, and he just didn't feel like it. He wanted a drink.
Jackie didn't like to rehearse.
No way. And so we were all gathered there around the...
You mean he didn't rehearse at all?
No, not. Really? I mean, 5 minutes and out the door.
Right.
Bye. See you
later.
And
he'd call Honey in the middle of rehearsal. He'd get up from the table, he'd get her on the phone and say, I think I would like roast pork tonight and the brown potatoes. You got that?
Yeah, I'd have it.
And she, I mean, she did everything. She did not want a maid. She thought he would
No, he did not want a maid.
Well, whatever.
I wasn't quite that bad.
No.
Honey, you're writing a book. Tell me about that.
Yeah.
A book about your
a book about our 13 years together. A book to hopefully clear up a lot of misconceptions, a lot of inaccurate statements that have been made about the two of us during the time we were together. And I
just declare one right now, just one. I would like you to.
Yes.
Just something was in the paper about you. In the Los Angeles Times a few weeks ago about you and Jackie, about the sprinklers. Tell me about that.
Okay, there was something written by someone who had been married to Jack's secretary. And he said that he was writing a book about Jack, about the effect of the move from New York to Florida on the cast and crew. And I don't really know what he could have known about that since he wasn't with us in New York, so how would he know what the effect would be when we moved to Florida? But anyway, in any event, he said that one of the items would be the fact that Jack and I were out one night drinking, and we were both very drunk. He did have the grace to say that it was unusual for me, which is, as you know, not only unusual, but yeah, just about impossible. And that the chauffeur dropped us off in front of the house, and that I was really angry with Jack, and that I hit him with my purse. I guess this little guy was behind the bushes while all this was going on. I don't know. I mean, somebody must have been. But that I had hit Jack with my purse, and that Jack fell to the ground. He'd passed out. And then I reached over, supposedly, and to touch him. I was upset, and then I passed out. And the two of us were laying there until the automatic sprinklers went on in the morning, which woke us up.
That's stupid.
And my comment was that he was more likely to have hit someone with his purse than I was, the fellow who reported this. And I would really love to know how, you know, such a fantasy came into his imagination.
Well, I never saw Honey take a drink. I don't think.
No, I'm not a drinker. I'm still not a drinker.
Me neither.
No.
So
kind of love letters.
Not my thing.
Jackie used to write you those little notes, those little love letters.
He wrote me a lot of funny little notes with a character drawn on them, and I'm really, like, I'm not kind of releasing that sort of thing right now. I have at least 60 of them that I've found in recent weeks. In going through boxes that had not been unpacked since 1969, if you can believe. You know, pack rat that I am, I just drag them from place to place. And they are warm and tender and very romantic and very funny.
Honey, he was a romanticist.
Yeah.
Looking back, honey, in 13 years with Jackie Gleason, could you share just one little great moment that you had that stick right in your mind at all times?
Funny moment was one time that we left Spain. We were not happy with Barcelona. And we got on the train and went back to Paris, and we went right up to the Ritz Hotel and went right up to the suite. And we called the room service waiter, And now Jack is starving. He hated the food in Barcelona. He hated everything there. It was the wrong time of the year. I think that was the problem.
Not a good travel.
No, but anyway, so we get back to the Ritz, and the room service waiter comes up, and Jack is like going crazy with the menu, and he says, okay, we will have 12 croissants, 12 brioche, a huge pitcher of freshly squeezed orange juice. Let us have a dozen eggs in an omelet with cheese. We will have a bowl of raspberries, fresh raspberries, and a bowl of fresh strawberries, and we will have some creme fraiche for the raspberries and strawberries. And he said we will have sausages, and we will have 4 rashers of bacon, and ham, sliced ham, and he's going on, and then toast, and everything, and a pitcher of coffee, a pot of coffee, and a pot of tea, and just on and on and on. The waiter is very quietly taking everything down, and then the waiter looks at me and he says, "And you, madame?" Got Jack. It got him so that for days afterwards he kept repeating the story to everybody. He loved it. He loved that somebody had gotten him one time.
Yeah, I remember asking.
What do you remember?
Well, I remember so many things.
Right, but
I remember him when I asked him how he liked Europe. He says, "Oh, what Europe? It's just a different bartenders."
He never traveled by. He never flew.
Didn't like it. Milton Berle.
No, not in those days.
Europe
He did
either.
not. In all the years I was with him,
fly?
we used to get private trains, and oh no, in Europe and here.
It's difficult for him to get on trains crossing countries
Well,
nowadays.
no,
he
it was
loved it.
difficult. A lot of people don't
Loved the
fly.
trains, didn't
A lot of people don't
No,
fly.
that's true. I remember an incident when we were in summer stock. We did a play called The Show Off together, and we're playing this it's a serious play with comic overtones or undertones, whatever. But we are this close. I was playing his wife, and it was saying, "Oh, you never come home, and you're not a good husband, and this, and how dare you," and all, and this serious. But Amy, please, with that, right in the middle of the scene, a spider came right down between the two of us, and the spot just hit it, the spotlight, so that everybody saw it, you know, and right in the middle of this. So well, he pulled the old line, you know, he said, "That's the last show you'll see for nothing." Well, we got so hysterical. And the audience, well, they had to ring down the curtain.
Oh, that's
because
great.
when he broke up, you
Yes.
know that.
Now, it
He
wasn't
couldn't
often.
stop. No.
It wasn't often, but when
But
he
then he was
broke up,
uncontrollable.
Yeah.
He could not get
No.
back. He would just
Couldn't
go.
do it.
Was he a heavy drinker, honey? Would you
Not,
say?
no,
Or
I
an
wouldn't
Irish
say.
drinker?
He was, he drank periodically.
Oh, I'm looking at Jane.
periodically.
I'm looking at
no,
Jane.
No, quite, no, I tell you the truth.
He was
I have
a man's
seen him,
drinker, would you
no,
say, Jane?
Jane, I would see him drink 3 drinks and be just as bombed as he was when he had finished the bottle, okay?
Oh, that?
Yes,
In
that I
later
did see,
years, but
yes.
I can remember drinking bouts that he had with Toots Shore.
Yes,
Well, I know
there were a few of those.
one great story with Toots.
Go ahead.
They had to see who could drink the most, and Jackie passed out in the men's room, and someone went and said, "Mr. Gleason is out." He says, "Let the bum stay there." And then
Toots, yes,
he
he
got up and
Started all
freshened
over.
up. He could do that too. He could
Yeah.
just sober
Gone back
up.
to the bar, right?
But he would
That's great.
also, he would go as long as like 6, 7 months without touching a drink.
How about
Without
food?
touching a
Well,
drink.
How
I
about
never saw
food,
that.
honey?
Yes.
Did he eat
But
a
you
lot?
would know.
Eat a lot?
He'd binge on food just like he'd binge on booze.
Did he?
Yeah.
Really?
At times he was very, very good. One time we were in Arizona for 3 months playing golf, and I put him on a diet, and he lost 100 pounds in 3 months.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jane Kean, I'm looking at you. You look just wonderful. Doesn't she, honey? How long you two haven't
Sensational.
seen each other? How long it's been?
5 years now.
It
Last
has
time I
it?
saw you was in
When you
Florida.
were
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
both, you
Yeah.
look wonderful, Jane.
Oh,
What's new and exciting in your life right now?
Well, I
know.
don't know. I've been doing a lot of voiceovers. I have
You
a
and Penny
wonderful
Singleton and Robert
Yes,
Morse.
yeah.
They're all
I do a lot of imitations and impressions. I
And
can do almost
super
any
imitations.
dialect. So it's quite invaluable.
What do you
for-
mean
for
almost
TV.
any? I don't know of one you can't do.
All the good actors are
I've
doing
heard of doing
voiceovers. Robert Morse
Yeah.
is doing them.
Sure.
Penny Singleton.
Why
There are
not?
a
If you
lot.
have a distinctive quality in your voice,
Yes.
like say Tammy Grimes, she does a lot of.
Oh, I
love
like,
her. I
she has
love
a
her.
Unusual
and you can
voice.
spot them like
Yes.
that.
What's happening with her career right now? She's such a great.
I don't know. You know, we
I
had
like
this.
her. I really like
I
it. It's
like
a
it.
Broadway
If it
star.
weren't for Rady Harris's column, I would not know what goes on in New York. I devour that column in the Hollywood Reporter because Rady is right on top of everything in New York, and it's such a joy because when you're in California, isn't it true?
Yes,
You're 3,000 miles away. You say, you see a New Yorker magazine or something, and say,
exactly.
well, I didn't hear about that show. Well, Carl Reiner or whatever, you just are not aware of it. In California, you're in tune to television and movies and this.
That's true.
But that's it.
You're living out at
And
the beach.
I love Broadway.
You're living out. I do. Oh, I do too.
I
Jane.
adore it.
Jane, New York, isn't it great?
It is
you miss
still
New York?
exciting. Always, always, I do. I'm sure that it would be not the way it was to live there, that I probably would be so disillusioned.
We're going to be
Honey,
hopefully moving
you're-
into the
you're
city in
living
about
in-
a
where
year
you're living
because
now?
my daughter wants to go to NYU.
Oh,
so
that's
we'll
nice.
move
And you're
in
living
about a
where,
year.
honey? At
Newtown, Connecticut.
Newtown, Connecticut.
Oh,
Connecticut,
that's
yeah.
Well, that's
my
not
home.
far from Manhattan at all.
An hour and 45 minutes
Do you go
to
in
the
much?
town. As often as we can. I'd
Do you ever
be
see
in
Julie
twice as
Havoc
often if.
out
No,
there?
no.
You must look her up and
No,
give her
she's
my
right
love.
up at Wilton Corners, and I
Of
keep
course, I
meaning
went to